Hello everyone, so time for another beer review. Today I've got a beer from Cloudwater. It is a can of their little, sorry, I've got to check the name again. I was about to show you the can and I couldn't remember the name. The little Pumphouse at Reservoir. It is a double dry hop pale with Waimea and El Dorado. Waimea is not a hop I'm overly familiar with, so it'll be interesting to taste this one. Smooth and juicy, popping with bright fruit flavours, it says. There are spirits inside this little Pumphouse at Kinder Reservoir. At night they dance and skate across the water, bestowing blessings and wishes that every cell in every being reaches optimal hydration. Okay then, so yeah, let's get it poured. So, pour it into me Cloudwater glass with matching glass wanker. Oh, I can smell it from there, it's pungent. Oh, bloody hell, all my beer. I don't know if it's this glass, but I filmed a bit of review just before this and it was bloody lively as well. I don't think it's got a widget in bottom or anything, but it's probably my pouring technique, to be honest. I can't pour to save my life, but yeah, it's what you can save the body is it's a lovely amber hazy colour, and you've got a maybe ever so slightly off white head. Let's get the smell. If I can smell it through all this foam. So super orangey, super grapefruity. Which are sort of flavours I do sort of associate with El Dorado, but Waimea, I don't know what sort of flavours that hop brings, because it's not a hop I'm overly familiar with. I'm gonna guess with the by the name it's maybe like a New Zealand hop. It sounds sort of New Zealandish. It's a real sort of pungent sort of, almost like the smell you get on verdant beers, you know, sort of like slightly sort of savoury, vegetal sort of herbalness. It's also sort of like a lemony, real lemoniness sort of coming through as well, starting to come through. Touch of lime as well. Maybe a little bit of stone through, maybe a little bit of berry like smell as well. Oh, let's dive in. Cheers. It's interesting. In a good way. It's like a real minty like taste. There's a lot of pine and a sort of real, but there's a real minty, herbal spiciness to it. That's interesting, I like that. Oh, the head's dissipated a bit, we can get a bit more in. Pour it slowly, but still bloody lively. Gosh. Probably have it all in my moustache, don't I? I usually do. I notice it on editing and I get really annoyed by it. Just drinking foam, honestly. It's a little bit sort of like, it's a real sort of like bitter, sort of zesty, like orange, grapefruit sort of taste. Almost like, you know, sort of zest. Or sort of rind even, I'd go so I'd say, like almost a bit like the skin. You know, sort of the skin of like a lemon or lime or something. It's a bit different. It's a bit different. I don't know if it is that Waimea hop. Like I said, not a hop I'm familiar with, but it's a bit different to your usual standard 5% pale. I don't know if I've mentioned it's only 5%, but it's really, it's interesting. But it's also super juicy. Super juicy. It's got a nice mouthfeel. Decent body. There's a real tanginess on the back end. Real sort of gets in your back of your throat. Almost sort of tangy, almost spicy like. This is interesting. Very well made. Very well made. I mean, it's Cloudwater. I don't think you very rarely say their beers aren't well made. I mean, probably one of the most consistent for me brewery in the UK. If you forget about the beers that Brewdog brewed for them, but yeah, I think I'm ready to rate this. It's an interesting one. A real interesting one. I think to rate this, it's really interesting flavours. It's really complex, sort of challenging. Dare I say challenging beer at the ABV. You know, some really interesting flavours. It's like a real nice sort of, like I said, mintiness. Sort of real sort of spicy, like there's a real nice sort of piney bitterness. It really gets on your back end as well as you drink it. It's a real tanginess that lingers right in your throat. And to rate this, it's one of them beers that's quite difficult to rate. I do really like it though. I do really like it. So I'll probably give this, you know what, I'll probably give this a 4.25 out of 5. It's a really nice beer and it's got some really interesting flavours and the hops have brought some really interesting stuff out and it's just really well made. So I'll go 4.25 out of 5 for this beer. So yeah, thank you for watching. This has been a review of a little Pumphouse on the Kinder Reservoir by Cloudwater. Please drop us your thoughts below. Give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, click the bell icon to be alerted of all future videos and hopefully see you on the next one. Cheers.